Welcome back to Everything Money. We're going to discuss one of our favorite stocks to talk about. This is VALE, V-A-L-E. This is a Brazilian iron ore company, heavily requested in our Everything Money community. It's an 8-pillar stock, and folks love it. We'll talk about it right now. We'll show you the financials of what this company makes, and we'll move toward what you should be paying for VALE moving forward with our stock analyzer tool. All of this follows iron ore prices. We'll show you right now. If you want to trade this stock at a quicker pace, you'll join Mo at the end of the video. He'll show you all the charts and trends on how to trade this. Why should you watch this video? I bring your questions about VALE, about Rio Tinto, about the iron ore industry to a couple guys who own and operate over $100 million in real estate, multiple businesses, and stocks, and they'll help guide us through the mindset of investing in a company like we're going to own the entire company moving forward. I give you Paul Gabriel. Paul, what do you think of these? What do you think of these iron ore prices?
Thank you, Seth. Everyone, follow us on Everything Money Investing on Instagram and follow our personal accounts because I have adorable dogs. Mo hates his girlfriend's adorable dog. Seth has an adorable dog, but he never posts pictures about him.
I'm getting better, and I'm tracking my weight loss journey, Paul. So.
I did notice that. What are you at right now?
I'm about 237. I have some ways to go. I got to hustle here.
Okay.
I got it.
He's got to lose basically. He wants to be fully under 230. His goal is 230 when we weigh in on very close to New Year. So he's got to be at 227, 226 to make sure he hits that 230. That's 10 pounds to lose in a matter of 3.5 weeks. Of course, he can do it.
If I eat one salty meal, it puts 2 pounds of water on me. I'm telling you.
Don't eat salt.
I'm telling you. Here I go. A salad for lunch. Let's go, Paul. VALE.
I'm going to put salt in every single meal that Seth has. Okay, guys. So let's go to our exclusive Everything Money software. Click 8 pillars. We're going to go to VALE.
Very heavily requested stock, Paul. People love this thing.
VALE is the world's largest iron ore miner and one of the largest diversified miners, along with Rio Tinto. Okay, so guys, here's what I'm going to say about, we've done this company before and we've done commodity business before. Where that underlying commodity price goes, that's where the stock goes. Because look at it this way. Let's go skip to the income statement. Look at the income over the last 10 years. 50 billion down to 21 billion. Up to 56 billion, okay? So in 2016, it was a low. 2012, it was a high. 2021, it's a high. So now I'm going to go to the Goog. Let's Google iron ore prices.
Yeah, since the last time we did this, Paul, I mean, iron ore has troughed out and back up about 20% here.
Okay, here's 10-year chart. What did I say? I said it hit a 2016 low on revenue. Look at the price of it. 2012 was here, and the average price in 2022 is about here. And look at their revenue. Now it's down to here, so you're going to see next year probably a big drop in their revenue because of the fact that it's going to be a trailing indicator. So guys, where iron ore price is, that's where this can go. So how do you play this on a value play? Very, very long-term averages, okay? You have to look at the long-term of this company. You cannot go on year-to-year basis. Because in a year where they have big revenue and profit like last year, $18 billion in profit last year on $56 billion in revenue. In 2016, $22 billion in revenue, and they lost $5 billion. You have to look long-term. Let's just go to the 8 pillars tab right now, Seth.
Yeah.
It's an 8-pillar stock. But why is that? Because of such a big jump in the last year on profit and free cash flow, right? Huge jumps. Free cash flow last year was $25 billion. Their average in the last 5 years, $11.5 billion. Look at their 5-year return on invested capital, 15%. But again, I'm going to go back to look at the last 5 years. Iron ore prices just keep going up. So they've made a ton of money. I don't know if that's expected for the future. Iron ore is used in a lot of construction, right?
Yeah.
What's been going on in the last 5 years in construction?
Huge.
So.
China is the #1 importer, of course. They need the steel, Paul.
So they do all this. I would always encourage, don't go based on last year's numbers. If you go based on last year's numbers, you are going to have look at the PE look at the PE, 3.6. This is what's attracting everybody.
Yes.
Why? Because they made $18 billion on $65 billion market cap.
Incredible.
We have to go. So this is a perfect opportunity for our stock analyzer tool.
Before you get there, if you are new to this channel, and we're going to have 1 million subscribers here the next 2 years, so we get 400 or 500 of you a day. And if this is the first time watching a video on VALE, we use these 8 pillars as an initial stock screener. We just did a video on Toyota, and the 8 pillars are so chaotic, it's instantly, you can look at it and in 5 seconds, no, I'm not investing in this. When it hits all 8 metrics for us, this is when we start going a deeper dive, do our due diligence, read a 10K, yada, yada, yada. And so we will use use our stock analyzer tool now to show you what you can be paying for VALE moving forward. Go ahead, Paul.
So right now, it looks like iron ore is about the pricing where it should be over the last 10 years on average. Okay, let's look if there's more data on this. Let's see what all data goes to. It goes to 2007. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to go to our stock analyzer tool. This has been the most popular part of our website. Our exclusive software has a stock analyzer tool because every investment's the present value of all future cash flow, but we don't know the future. So what the stock analyzer tool lets us do is make assumptions about revenue growth, profit margin, free cash flow growth, free cash flow margin, and then multiples, and then a desired return, and gives us the price that we want. So let me expand the screen a little bit so I can show you guys all of this. Now, my job is to be conservative. Look at the last year. Their 1-year revenue growth number is 61%. Their 10-year average annualized revenue growth is 1.3%. So let's be conservative.
Well, this is such a difference. I mean,
it's a huge, that's the point, because iron ore prices, commodity prices fluctuate wildly, and that's going to drive their revenue and profit.
Mo, what do you think? 6, 8, 10 is way too high?
I don't know. Like Paul, when you said this is a great opportunity for stock analysts, well, I don't even know how I would.
Great, I'll do it.
Yeah, please do it. I have
Negative
no clue.
2, 0, 2% revenue growth.
You could have told me 2, 4, 6. I don't know.
I got you. Profit margin 7, 9, 11.
Okay.
Free cash flow margin 9, 11, never forget, 13. PE 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10. Return 12.5%. I went so low because of this wild fluctuation. You've got to hold the stock for a long period of time to see your value. Now, I would pay attention to iron ore prices. If you buy the stock and iron ore prices start to shoot up, maybe it's a time for you to take profits. Let's go to analyze. Okay, so this makes it look bad. You should be paying between $5 and $7 on the low end, high side 12 to 13. So it's barely a buy on the high side, but I only assume 2% revenue growth. Going back to Mo's point, let's say we made it 4, 6, and 8% revenue growth. It's still barely a buy. In the middle section, it falls right in the middle. And that assumes, and basically you're assuming that iron ore prices are going to go up 6% a year for the next 10 years. That means they'll double from today. Is that possible? Sure. But that's what's so hard about commodity businesses. Unless you understand the fundamentals of the commodity and you have a reason why. Now, do I think the world's going to use more iron ore as time goes on? Yeah. Because we haven't even developed what percentage of the world yet. Right? We have so much more development to do. But if you buy a company like this, I think you have to be in this for a very long term and be able to withstand massive fluctuations in pricing. Let's go look at their chart over the last bazillion years. Okay? This is their 10-year chart. And look at this. Iron ore prices were high, iron ore prices were low, iron ore prices were high, and now they've fallen. It follows exactly the chart to iron ore. And it's done nothing. It's down in half in the last 10 years. And I just look at this going, my personal opinion is I avoid it. Do they pay a dividend? They do. They did the one-time dividend, or is it just because the stock has collapsed?
That's a one-time, right? I think
it has to be 21%. Has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, they're going to take a good year, pay out a big dividend, etc. My personal opinion on VALE is, if you want to bet on iron ore, maybe you bet on an ETF that invests in iron ore businesses. If you want to bet, it's like I do with gold. I own GDX and GDXJ. They buy all the refineries for gold, the miners for gold, and we put them all together. And I sit there and say, hey, I believe in gold and I believe in the entire sector. I'll buy an ETF based on them. But I think VALE is hard because look at iron ore prices. Now, if all of a sudden world demand falls and iron ore falls from, what is it now, $99?
Yeah.
To down to 20? Oh my God, I'll probably be loading up in a company like VALE. But I don't know where that's going to happen. And I don't want to be a projected economist of, an analyst of iron ore. I just have no desire to do that. I just see inconsistent revenue, inconsistent profit, and say, let me make it based on long term. And I put my stock analyzer tool in, and it wasn't very exciting for me.
Because of all this, I'm out.
Yeah.
If you're interested in getting this software, you can have it right now with a couple clicks. Paul, tell them how they get it.
What we have done here is we created the software because people wanted to be able to, our users wanted to be able to analyze companies without waiting for me to discuss them on the show. So we created the software. You get everything you see here. You get it all on your mobile phone, literally everything on your mobile phone. So you're on the go, you can do it. You get 30 years of financial data. You get access to Seth Moe and I. You get all the 8-pillar analysis, the stock analyzer tool. You even get everything on the main page that's coming soon, which is things like the real estate analyzer tool, stock screeners, watch charts, chart trading. Everything here will be coming to you. You get retirement calculator. You get the 8-pillar portfolio. You get exclusive daily content. We post 2 or 3 videos a day only for the people who subscribe to our software. But most importantly, you get access to over 6,000 people in a very organized chat to discuss your investment ideas, because Seth always says that he felt alone in how he looked at investments. And a lot of people around the world, if you're around people, you don't necessarily know who's talking these ideas. It allows you to go discuss these ideas. You can go discuss any stock we've discussed today in a group to get everybody's ideas. This is all available for only 90 cents per day. 90 cents per day, you get all of this. It's less than a cup of coffee. If you can increase your returns or decrease your losses by 1 or 2% a year, it could lead to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. 90 cents a day, 2 ways to sign up. Everythingmoney.com or Patreon. The benefit of directly going to everythingmoney.com is we're not big enough yet to charge sales tax, so you'll save that for quite a while. So 90 cents a day, guys.
And if you want to trade VALE at a quicker pace, this is an interesting one, Mo. You can join Mo in the morning, and the Bid and Ask Nation. He's in there every single day helping people trade stocks. What's going on over there, Mo?
Actually, can I interrupt?
Yep.
This is perfect for trading because it has such such volatility.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, when the news is there.
But look at the iron ore prices. Iron ore prices are all over the place, even during normal times.
Mm-hmm. I mean, right now, like if I were to trade this, I would guess I would look. I'm going to show you all 3 charts. So I would look at this long term, but at the same point as being long term, I might not look at this always long term because you get these like crazy movements in the price. But from a 500-foot view, this is dating back a year. You could have ran this through the sweet spot. You would have had a little dip here, some volatility here. Guys, this is tough. It's tough to do a long-term trade, even though intuitively I would think this is a long-term play, but it just cannot keep a trend. So what I would rather do is come over here from a swing trading perspective, and each time you see these movements up and down, this is when you can go long on it. You can go short on it here. You can go long on it. So you can catch these little ups and downs, and that is exactly how I would do this. This is, excuse me, this is something that you can get into at any time. And right now, look at this one. You're right below the 100-day moving average. So this can really, you're above your stochastic here. If you get some good buying volume, you can run this right up to the 100-day moving average. Let's say it gets through. Run it up to the 200-day moving average. If that doesn't work, it runs up to the 100 and comes back down. You short it because this will be in the sweet spot coming down. So this is the best way to trade this from a swing trading perspective because it's not so much one-day volatility. It's multiple days of volatility that are going to give you one direction or the other. So if you want to learn these rules, come and join me. You get the Trading 101 series, which teaches you all the rules. The Employed Trader series, which is 6 stocks that I go through every single day. And if you're an employed person and don't have time to trade, this is the place to come because I take the workout and do it for you. My exclusive monthly seminars that happen on Saturdays, open Q&A sessions, plus I teach a little bit and it's a private setting. And the Bid and Ask community of 950 plus people, come and join me, get all the rules, and crush it.
That's our take on VALE. We will keep you updated moving forward as iron prices change, as the global demand changes. We'll always be here to help you along the way. That is our take. Fondle thumbs up. See you next video.